Hello everyone, welcome to my studio. I'm back doing a little bit of work. If you watched the last video, or was it the one before, or both of them even, I've been thinking about moving my online shop to a different hosting platform. So for a long time I've had my own kind of .com website, which was hosted by a web hosting people. But as I mentioned in one of the videos, I was ending up spending £25 a month on a website that only spammers and bots went to. So it felt a little bit unnecessary. If someone had given me a £25 order every month, I would be like, yeah, amazing, that really helps towards my bills. The web side of it, I ended up spending more money making a website that I thought I should have rather than one that was actually profitable. So what I've decided to do now, I am uploading my FOLKSY website. If you don't know FOLKSY, FOLKSY is like a UK version of what Etsy used to be when it was actually full of independent shops rather than kind of mass-produced stuff. So FOLKSY is based in Sheffield, where I'm from, and it's a UK like online marketplace. I'm also looking into the VAT changes and stuff which would affect me selling abroad, which up until now I haven't been able to do because all of that stuff was on me. But I'm looking into information on how this website marketplace platform would allow me to sell outside of the UK. So basically that's what I'm doing this week, or as you're watching this, last week. My aim is that by the time this video goes out, I will have changed over all of my listings onto my FOLKSY site. Basically it works out a lot cheaper and it gives me a lot more flexibility. So rather than having to pay £25 a month, I can pay a lot less, such a lot less, to put my things up there. And I think what I'm going to do is have periods of time where my shop is live, because I think people, me included, and probably you as well, are just oversaturated with everything being available all the time at any point. So I'm going to put seasonal things up. I'm going to put things up at as and when different kind of events come around, like Christmas and stuff like that. So like things will be listed seasonally, but also you won't be able to get everything all of the time. So if you want to go to the website, you'll get a certain amount of time to do that. So I mean, in theory, as long as that's how I'm able to work it, but I think that's how I can work this. But I've sent off some emails to ask some questions and I'm waiting to get those back, but that's the plan. Hopefully Editing Emma, by the time this video comes around, will put whether that information is correct here. I don't know, you know now. Let me know in the comments if you like this new way of doing things. When I asked this previously, I got quite a lot of feedback and people were like, yeah, this sounds great. Either they were artists themselves who found that they had the same problem, all they were getting was bots and stuff. And you get kind of sucked in to this idea that you have to do this if you are a proper business. But one of my friends is quite a good printmaker. You might have heard of him. He's called James Green, and he doesn't have his own .com website, and he's still a very well-known printmaker, and he's still very commercial, and he's still very kind of like doing this as a business, not a sideline. So and he has a FOLKSY page, by the way. That's what got me thinking about it. Like, why do I need a .com? Like, why do I need my own hosted website when really it's not financially viable for me? So that's that. So at the moment what I'm doing is I'm transferring all of my listings that I want on the website onto my FOLKSY page. It's allowing me a good amount of shopkeeping as well, because on my old website there were so many listings that were for old items or sold out items. So now I can go through and just put a fresh bunch of stuff on, take new photos where new photos need to be taken, and really kind of have a good clear out of listings and things that I want to be sold. So that's what I'm doing now, and hopefully by the time you are watching this, you can go and check that out. So I would really appreciate it. Oh, hang on. Right, so I would appreciate it if you would go and have a look at the link in my bio and go and check it out. Let me know if you see any, you can be my editors basically. Let me know if there's any kind of problems that you've seen, any spelling mistakes, and if you want to buy anything, you can do that too.
But hey, When I'm non-conforming, which means that they love the artist but don't care about Norman. How do I move forward? Money, power, fame held me back too long. Good God, I feel like a fraud. It's time me and the man in the mirror had a talk.
Okay, another day is here. Hang on, let me just turn this fan off. Another day, another many hours sitting in front of the computer trying to work out what I'm going to do with my business. So, finally decided I'm going to launch, I think I mentioned this earlier in the video, I'm going to launch this shop opening, this kind of like segment where the shop's going to be open on Sunday. I'm going to do a little newsletter today, which is Friday, letting people know what to expect. So on Sunday, what's going to happen is my shop on FOLKSY is going to be open for an entire month. Also, my TEEMILL shop is going to be open for an entire month. I've paid for upgrades for the TEEMILL shop so I can get t-shirts with a print not just on the front but also on the back. Same with the bags, I've got a print on the front and on the back. I've also got some cool products like mugs and notebooks, extras that I hadn't had before. And this is going to be open only for a limited time and then it's going to close in a month and I'll reopen it again just before Christmas in November. If you want to be kept in the loop about when the shop reopens again, because it will be coming with new products that I'm going to be ordering soon, get signed up to my newsletter. I will put a link in the video description. Please go and check that out. That is the place where you can keep track of me. Because what happens if YouTube breaks and you decide you desperately want a resist bag, which has a picture of a worm blowing a raspberry to a crow? What happens? You won't be able to get one. So head into the video description and click on my newsletter link and get signed up to that, and you'll get informed when any new product goes live and when the shop open window is open. Does this make sense? I'm excited. This should be pretty cool. I'm very hot and I've been sitting here for a long time though, so I'm going to just do a few more of these. Andy's on his way home and then we're going to have a little beer. It's an alcohol-free beer in the garden because I'm sweaty. I'm a sweaty woman. everything is live. So if you want to go and have a little look, I'll pop a link in the video description. This shop, as it says on the shop announcement, is here for a good time, not a long time. The shop is open for a limited time and will close on the 6th of September and won't reopen until November 2026. So if you see something you like, grab it now because it might not be listed again in November. Carpe that DM, babes. And my TEEMILL shop is now open with a bunch of lovely things. So up here, you've got my main page. You've got banner up at the top for you to help navigate, but down here as well you've also got extras, bags, kids clothes, adult clothes. One thing I like about this release is that I need to reorder these. I've got a bunch of mugs which I'm a bit in love with, and I might need to order some myself. So the way that TEEMILL differs from my own website is that TEEMILL is a print-on-demand business that small businesses can kind of outsource a bit of work to. The great thing about it is that TEEMILL is a sustainable business. They use renewable energy to power their factories. They use rainwater capture to water their organic cotton fields. They leave the water cleaner after the process than it was when it went in, so there's no kind of worry about using up loads of water and making the world a worse place. So they actually have taken steps to make sure that their impact is as low as possible. The great thing about it as a business for someone like me is that it allows me to not have to buy in bulk, and that also has a great part to play for the planet as well, because they only use stock that has been ordered. So whereas like fast fashion creates loads of waste because they create a release of stuff that kind of has to be bought or it just goes into landfill, these guys only print when you do an order. So it stops me having to order a bunch of them in bulk and then have that question, what do I do if they don't sell? But I'm really enjoying the designs that I've managed to do on this. So I've upgraded to their pro account, which means that I've got loads more flexibility. So previously I had a free account where I could only print on the front, but I really like t-shirts that you can print on the back of, and I couldn't do that before, but now I can because of this new way that I'm doing things. So I've got loads of new designs. I've deleted all my old ones and I created a bunch of new designs just for this release. And this shop will be open until the 6th of September. It will then reopen in November, so you can get things for Christmas and stuff. The thing is, I might design new things and I might not want some of the things that are on there now, some of the items that are on there now in the next release, because I might be focusing on Christmas or like a whole new thing. So the thing is, if you want it, better go and get it. So grab it while you can. It's here for a good time, not a long time. I'm quite enjoying that phrase actually. Here for a good time, not a long time. I'll pop the links down below to my FOLKSY shop, which is where you can buy cards and stickers, and what else have I got there? It's just cards and stickers at the moment. I didn't put any art on there. But in the future, so in the November release, I will probably put a bit of art on there so you've got more flexibility for buying Christmas gifts. And I'll also put the TEEMILL link, TEEMILL, TEEMILL, which will link to my TEEMILL site. And there's t-shirts and mugs and recycled paper notebooks as well, which I'm very excited about. So go and have a look at those. If you are from outside of the UK, remember at the beginning of the video, I don't know if I've mentioned this since it's been many days since I've been doing this, I was thinking maybe FOLKSY would be able to help me sell my cards and things outside of the UK. Well, I've asked them. They got back to me with all of my questions. It's so good having someone that is actually a person at the end that will reply to my emails, rather than me having to go through web searches and stuff like that, like I did with my old web hosting. So they got back to me with my questions, and apparently there have been a lot more new changes, because they did take on a lot of responsibility on their own shoulders, which meant that it freed up small sellers to sell abroad. But basically I would need a representative of my business in every country that I wanted to sell in, or at least in Europe and America and, you know. And I can't do that. So at least for my cards, at least on FOLKSY, you can't buy overseas. But on my TEEMILL account, because I just provide the designs for TEEMILL, they post out and everything. So go and check out my TEEMILL. You may be able to order outside of the UK on there. Let me know in the comments if you go to my TEEMILL account, if it will let you order for the US and for Europe. Apparently it should, but there obviously might be some caveats for customs and things, but because they are the ones who are fulfilling that, they're a bigger company, they might be able to do all of that stuff. So go to TEEMILL if you are not in the UK, and go to both TEEMILL and FOLKSY if you are in the UK. Just a little bit of information about my shop and my products. If you are new, my shop's called Embers and Ink. All of the stuff that's in there is illustrated by me by hand or digitally by hand. So on like Procreate on the iPad. It's all made by me, a human being. I post out plastic free. Every purchase also helps towards tree planting, which I do. So every month I pay some money through a company called Ecology to fund tree planting and planet-friendly initiatives around the world. So any money that you spend in my shop, you know, you're voting with your feet if you want that kind of future where trees are planted and, you know, we don't have 4 heat waves in 3 months, you know, just saying. So I do that. I also buy my cards and art prints and stickers and things from another business in the UK who print on recycled card. They also send out to me plastic free, and they also fund social initiatives, a different one every quarter, so every 3 months. So that is something else to note, that if you like that kind of thing, I am that kind of thing. So maybe go and check out my shop. All the links are in the video description, and I'm excited for this new phase in my shop, and I hope you are too. And remember, the shop will not be open forever. It's going to be open on like set releases. So this one will be open until like the 6th or 6th of September. So if there's anything you want on there, either from the TEEMILL shop or from the FOLKSY shop, go and get it now, because when it reopens in November, so ready for Christmas, there's no guarantee that those designs either will still be in stock or will be listed. So it's up to you, but if there's anything you want, grab it now before potentially it might be gone forever. It might not be as well, but it might be. So I'm going to leave this video here. Hopefully I will see lots of your orders in my shop. That is my dream, so I can pay my bills and you get lots of lovely stuff too. So there. Hopefully I'll catch you in the next video. So until then, bye.